First of all, I want to apologize for it taking a few days to get this video out. You can hear my voice is not completely back, but I've had laryngitis since Sunday from yelling at the Bills game so much. But on Sunday, the Bills did squish the fish and eliminated them from the playoffs, just like they had eliminated the Patriots the week before, so taking care of the rest of the AFC East. I was surprised at how well Skylar Thompson played at quarterback. I thought he played pretty well. The wide receivers did not do him a favor during this game as they dropped several passes. And it was a close game, but a W is a W, and the Bills move on in the playoffs, and that's all that matters. Like Josh and the team says over and over again, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or you win by 1,000,000. Just win, baby. Just win. And they did. But when you're up by 17 points, you need to put the other team away. You need to capitalize on the momentum and grow on it and grow on that momentum. And the Bills weren't able to do that. I think the kickoff out of bounds played a big point in that. Special teams did not play well this game. That kickoff out of bounds really hurts. I think it's the third or fourth time this season that Tyler Bass has kicked off out of bounds. And I have mentioned that in other videos that we need to work on that. We can't be kicking off out of bounds and giving the other team the ball way up at the 40-yard line. I think that really hurt and was one of the main reasons that the momentum shifted early on in the game. And there was a big punt return as well that was given up. And, we can't do that either. So special teams is going to have to look at themselves and hopefully step it up this game. The strip sack fumble in the second half, that play really hurt. I don't know what was going on there. If it was a communication breakdown, they lined up with multiple tight ends and Gilliam in the game, and it just didn't work on a passing play. Usually those are running formations, but the blitz came from the corner unblocked as both Knox and Morris went out as receivers, and then Singletary didn't pick it up and went out as a receiver as well. So the corner just came unblocked as all three of them went out just to catch a pass. So we've got to do better at that. The timing with Cole Beasley in the first half and in the game before, and even going back to the Bengals game where the timing between Josh and Beasley didn't look good on that one pass. It even resulted in an interception in this game in the first half, and I just didn't feel like Josh Allen and Cole Beasley were timing correctly, but in the second half they did figure that out, and you could see they were just working much better. It even resulted in a touchdown. So I'm encouraged to see where Josh and Beasley can go now that Beasley's been on the team for a few weeks and can get reacclimated he took a little bit to get reacclimated to the offense, in my opinion. And now I'm encouraged on what we can see from Josh Allen and Cole Beasley moving forward. I also like the way that Cook played. He's running really well, James Cook. You could just see how he glides into holes and how he reads things and his speed. I love that. Dawson Knox, again, showing that he knows how to scramble. Knox is my player, and showing that he knows how to scramble when the quarterback's in trouble and get open. And I thought he had 2 touchdowns. I thought he caught both of them. And Khalil Shakir had a great game as well, in my opinion, and looking forward to seeing what he can do out there too. So over to the defensive side of the ball, the defense did give up some points. Some of them obviously not entirely their fault, but they do need to clean up a few things. The DBs, though, I felt played really well. Dane Jackson got injured during the game, but Kyer Elam really played well, and Trey White is really starting to play well. So, and Poyer obviously is out there playing great, and even Dean Marlowe I thought shined as well, and Taron Johnson always looks good. So, I'm encouraged with our defense as well. I think they're going to have a good game this coming week. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was the timeout usage. I was not happy with the way that the Bills coaching staff used their timeouts. They've got to be more disciplined. We need those. You can't waste the timeouts. I know you're going to say maybe he wasn't wasting them because he didn't like the formation, but you got to trust your players too. Both times he used timeouts. He used 2 of them, and I thought were poorly used. And they both turned out to be defensive stoppages. And if he hadn't called them, then the defense would have done their job and they had to prove it again. And he also tried to call one on offense, but it wasn't in on time and the play worked. So, we've just got to trust your players at that point. You can't waste those timeouts. And again, debate whether you say the word waste, but don't debate the fact that you might need them later in the game when it's coming down to the 2 minutes left if it's a close game. So we go on to the Bengals, and let me tell you this. It's going to be emotional again at the stadium because it is the Bengals, the team that we were playing against when Damar Hamlin was injured. And hopefully Damar will be back at the game. I think the Bills are missing an opportunity to at least put Damar's tweets or a picture, I don't know, more on the video board about Damar. The fans need it. And I think it'll really help with the emotions in the stadium to have Damar, even if he's just in I don't know his strength or his health situation. But even if he's in a suite and you just show him a picture, a video of him in his suite and he waves. And that would mean a lot to fans. The other day that he was live tweeting during the game, I think it would have been great if they'd have put the tweets up on the board. But fans haven't gotten the one-on-one with Damar that the players have gotten. And from a fan standpoint, I think it would really be helpful. And because the fans were hurting from all of that happening as well. So we hope Damar is doing as well as people say he is. We hope the whole team is as healthy as people say he is. The team looking really good. And as we go on to Cincinnati, that's one thing health-wise. Dane is dealing with a little bit of an injury. McKenzie went his full practice today, so he should be fine after hurting himself in practice last week. Jordan Phillips, I think his shoulder may be a little bit better and be good enough to play. If not, I think that Brandon Bryant will probably get called up to play in this game, but time will tell. But the Bengals have 3 big injuries on their offensive line. And the one thing you could say about the Bengals last year was their offensive line was their Achilles heel. They went and did some things to fix it. At the start of the season, I felt like the Bengals' offensive line needed some time to work together, just like Beasley. I had said on Beasley and Allen. And then when they got it fixed, wow, the Bengals offense really took off and played really well. But now they've got 3 injuries on that line. For sure, their one tackle is out for the year. And then the tackle on the other side dislocated his kneecap for the 2nd time this year. He did not practice today. He may not be able to play. And their guard is hurt as well, so he may not be able to play. So you take 3 of your 5 starters on the offensive line. That really hurts. We'll see how the Bengals offense can produce that way. They didn't look like they could produce really well if those offensive linemen were out last week when they got injured, but we'll see what happens this week, as every game is a new game. Every Sunday is a new Sunday, and on any given Sunday, who knows what's going to happen. The Bengals obviously are a very good team. They're the defending AFC champions and were the Super Bowl opponent last year. So this is going to be a huge game. I'm glad it's in Buffalo. I'm glad I get to be there. I hope my voice makes it through the first half. I'm not going to say much more than that because I want to rest it again as we go into Sunday. But I will have another video before the game showing some of the autographs we were able to get, and got a special note from Naheem Hines on one of those. So looking forward to showing those and telling a little bit about what happened on the pregame. So look for that video. Please like, subscribe, and comment on these videos because it does go a long way. And more than anything else, if I can just say one more word, God loves you. And so do I.